But these look so weird. I don't understand them. Do you relate? Because I've tried some products on dry hair and the curls come out so well, but this.
What about hair?
Okay, so what I've come to realize here is certain products can do well on dry hair and others don't. So it's not good to experiment something, especially if you have an important event, you're going somewhere. It's good to do it at your leisure time when you really don't have, you're not committed to, like go somewhere or something like that. So this was a real disappointment. I should have done this, my wash and go the way I always do. And even when you're trying a new product, it's good to do it at your leisure time. Experiments should be reserved.
Today it's a little bit different. I'm going to do my wash and go as I share with you my personal experience of how I was able to gain weight that I wanted in just 1 month. Yes, and this is just not weight as in fat. Would I call it muscle mass or muscle weight? Why am I even sharing with you this in the first place? Well, I hope this will help those who are concerned about their body image and want to gain some weight, but in a more well-defined, toned physique to improve their body language, their posture. Those who are probably in the same journey and want a boost, those who just want to feel strong and more capable within their body, or you have a special function to attend, maybe a wedding, and you want to fit in that dress so well. You simply want to improve your mood, mental well-being.
Okay, so I'm going to start by soaking hair with water and then follow with moisturizing shampoo. Now this shampoo is physically formulated to provide extra hydration and nourishment, unlike regular shampoos that primarily focus on cleansing hair and scalp. It's rich in ingredients that help to restore moisture, improve elasticity, and make hair more manageable. It's aimed at removing dirt and build-up without stripping away natural oil, which of course makes it suitable for everyday use. It also gives hair body like thicker.
I think doing a wash and go while doing something else, like watching a movie, conversing with friends, or things of that sort, doing something that you enjoy helps make your wash and go more enjoyable. I mean, you finish without realizing, how much of that, as opposed to just sitting there and curling your hair. You feel it's a lot of work. Yeah, so keeping that in mind, back to when I decided to gain weight. Genetically, I'm a small person. This was a period when I was sick for a long time, had lost a lot of weight. So you're small, you've lost weight. So I didn't like my body image, and I just thought adding some little bit of weight. It's not necessarily that I really wanted to get fat, like fat. I just wanted to look better. So I just wanted to add a little bit of weight, not just weight, but muscle weight. Okay, so I went to the internet and made some research. There's a lot of information in the internet, but I was able to stick to some reputable sources, which if you ask me now, I don't even remember. I just didn't want something so complex. I didn't want a junk of ideas. I just wanted something simple. So basically, with this information, I filtered it and was able to tailor it to my, how do I say, to a very simple and affordable routine, and still get results. And precisely that's what I'm going to share with you that worked for me. Okay, so I broke this down into, would I say, 4 points. That is nutrition, that's basically eating habits, how I was going to eat. Number 2, strength training, kind of fitness training, or would say exercises. And then consistency, and then lastly, tracking progress. So this is what I'm going to discuss. Let's start with nutrition. So with nutrition, I had to have a balanced diet, but I made sure that I prioritized calories, like calorie dense foods, because I wanted to add weight. Well, this included things like avocados, fish, sweet potatoes, groundnuts, olive oil. Prioritizing calorie-rich foods boosts muscle growth. Well, it depends on your area. You may have different types of calorie foods, so you could just make research what is common locally in your area. Well, you may reason, I eat most of these, but nothing happens. Well, here is the point: frequency. I made sure that I would not go beyond 3 hours without putting something in my stomach. After an interval of 3 hours, I would make sure I eat something, even if it meant Of course, that's apart from when I would go to bed, because in bed you rest for about 6 to 7 hours or 8. So even if I went to the field, far from access to food, I would make sure I pack something like granules, something rich in calorie, and make sure I have something in my stomach. I would not wait to be hungry to eat. I made sure that every after 3 hours something is in my stomach. And it's not necessarily that you have to be extra full, like really full. You just have to make sure that you have something every after 3 hours. That's basically what I did. Sometimes I would not even wait for the 3 hours, maybe after 2 hours, depending on what I ate anyway. So when it came to breakfast, no matter it's called breaking the fast, because it's after quite a good number of hours, about 6, 7, 8, before eating something. So when it came to breakfast, I would not engage in any serious activity before I would have breakfast. I would make sure it's one of the first things that I would do, or the first thing I would do before any other activity. So actually for me, breakfast is the most important meal. If I didn't have breakfast or a delayed breakfast, I would feel so uncomfortable. It would affect my output. Generally, I would be weakened, So breakfast is, if not my most important meal. I would rather have breakfast and miss lunch. Now, of course, I've emphasized calorie-rich foods. I didn't mean you only eat calorie-rich foods. I ate every other thing, and definitely all the other nutrients are very important as well. I just made sure that I had more calories, energy foods to boost weight gain. For example, I think I'm through with the area where I wanted to use the sponge. Maybe I could just rotate and show you what it looks like. So the trick that I would love to emphasize is when you choose to rotate this in, this is what, anti-clockwise? Okay, the point is if you choose the clockwise direction, then you stick to that. When you choose the anti-clockwise, then you stick to that. So there will be uniformity and you'll not be disturbed, like as though you're unraveling some and then you're coiling others. If you started in this motion, this is anti-clockwise, yeah. This is anti-clockwise. Yes, that's what I use throughout the area up to the side. So next I'm going to simply use a gel to do shingling to create those curls. Okay, so the second point is strength training, fitness, exercise. It depends on how you understand it. Every day, I remember it was every day, at least not more than 15 minutes, I would focus on only 3 exercises. So that was squats, hip lifts, and clamshells that targeted particular areas. Basically, it was my hips that I wanted to increase muscle mass. So basically, these 3 helped with stimulation of muscle growth in that area. With that stimulation being frequent, you will maximize your muscle growth within a short period of time. Distributed it in such a way that 5 minutes for each type of exercise. Let's say 5 minutes for hip lifts, 5 minutes for squats, 5 minutes for clamshells, and that makes 15 minutes, and that was it. I've just decided I want to shingle and not finger coil this basically. And let it coil the way it wants to coil naturally. Apply product and simply. Next point, consistency. So with consistency, the challenge comes usually when we've just started this goal. I mean, we've started and we are so excited and 1, 2, 3, 4 days, then we give up. It could be because either we just bored or we're very busy. Come on, you're not going to get results with that kind of attitude. So you stick to your training and nutrition plan. That stimulation has to be frequent. With that frequency, that's when you get results faster. Okay, the other challenge is we might start realizing a bit of soreness, especially in the area that we're targeting. That's very normal. It usually happens when you've just started with the routine. But as time goes, it heals, it gets stronger, it adapts and heals. That is nothing to worry about. You just need enough hydration and rest for the area to heal. Unless it's a serious injury, I mean, if it passes, then it could be something else. There you may want to see a specialist doctor. Otherwise, it's usually normal to feel that discomfort when you've just started your exercises. How would I say, some bit of pain, especially in the areas that you're targeting. So just having enough rest, enough hydration, with time it adapts, gets stronger, and you won't feel that pain again. So the point I want to make here is alter your attitude, stick to your plan. Consistency is key when it comes to muscle building. You definitely get the results if you're consistent. Now you could also use measurements to motivate you. That brings us actually to our last point, track progress. Tracking progress could be maybe taking photos, or you could use measurements. Well, personally, I didn't bother with photos. Photos when you're just starting. I mean, 1 month, I wouldn't tell easily from progress photos. Basically what I did is I had a particular pant that I would keep fitting in after 1 week to really tell. Yeah, so tracking my progress gave me the confidence that I'm doing well. It's a source of motivation. Of course, to see significant muscle growth would take more than a month, but honestly, I was able to notice progress within a month. I would tell from my jeans, pants, dresses that I would use to track progress, and also comments from people. They were able to see a difference without me asking them, they didn't know what I was up to. Because after getting my results, what I wanted, I reduced it to 3 times a week and not each and every day. So the other thing that I want to stress here is we may have different bone structures, and we cannot change our bone structure just by exercise or diet. It's genetic, but through nutrition and building muscle, you can enhance, or you can have noticeable results. When I say bone structure, some of us may not get it, but your general body figure. Others may be rounder, others may be like for example, their hip may be slightly wider than others. And also when it comes to fat, when generally we are gaining weight, we have different ways in which fat is distributed into the body. Others have distribution more around the hips, others may have more up. You've decided to gain weight and you just don't love the way fat is distributed in your body. Maybe it's more in the areas that you don't want. For example, usually people don't love a lot of fat around their arms, right here, and also in the stomach. That would mean one incorporates more types of exercises that would help tone down burn fat in that area, and do the other exercises that build muscle in the areas that they would want to increase. So we may make adjustments according to such uniqueness, but one thing that I can assure you is that it works. When you build a muscle, it works. So in a nutshell, I was able to get the results I wanted in 1 month, and I continued, but this time I adjusted my routine to 3 days a week and not every day, still 15 minutes. But unfortunately, when I was completely satisfied with my results, I kind of stopped. What I remember is I just got so busy sometimes, and I would be like, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it the next day, I'll start again. I didn't care because I already got what I want, so I would keep postponing and then I would forget. So I was not consistent, and kind of that discouraged me and I gave up. So to maintain weight, a particular kind of weight, or like body shape, it has got to be a lifestyle. Please, if you have tried it or you're going to try it, let us know in the comments about your results. It would be encouraging for others. And yeah, hope you enjoyed that bit of the video. If you did, let us know in the comments. Rate this video. So just for emphasis, I add some more water, spritz some more water to make sure our hair is wet or damp. Add product and work the product into the hair until it looks like something like this. Then I start shingling like that, just pulling it like that. That's what they call the shingle method or shingling method. So I'm going to finish this off camera, get into the dryer, and then get back to apply some oil and then fluff. That kind of technique, the shingling method, with my experience, it has been able to fill up the gaps without so much manipulation. So I didn't have to struggle to fill up, spaces around my hair because I really struggle with spastic. It was a success.
See you in the next video. Bye.